This is an important one. This is concerning the Hubballi Eidgah Maidan story. There's going to be an urgent hearing, a middle of the night hearing at 10 p.m. tonight. The Karnataka High Court will hear a plea challenging the government's order allowing Ganesh Chaturthi rituals at the Eidgah Maidan in Hubballi. Remember, there were two grounds. One was in Bengaluru, the other was in Hubballi. The Bengaluru one, today the Supreme Court basically said that there will be an interim stay. But as far as the Hubballi one was concerned, the Karnataka High Court had given the go-ahead. Now that has been challenged. The hearing will happen in side chambers of Justice Ashok S. Kinagi. Earlier, the Supreme Court had ordered a status quo with regard to the Eidgah Maidan in Bengaluru. Let me go across to Ananya, who has more details on this. Harish will also be joining us. Ananya, first things first, it's pretty extraordinary that you're having a middle-of-the-night hearing after the High Court itself had ordered the commissioner, the municipal commissioner of Hubballi, to take whatever decision he deemed fit. Why this middle-of-the-night hearing?
Yes, Zaka, so what we have gathered from our sources and the lawyers we have been speaking to is that after the orders of the Supreme Court of India, a three-judges bench of the top court headed by Justice Indira Banerjee giving out its, orders in the Bengaluru Maidan matter. Now, these orders have been taken up and been placed before the Karnataka High Court single judge bench, and those appearing, the petitioners in this particular case had told the Registrar General of the Karnataka High Court that such an order has been passed by the Supreme Court of India, and hence a reversal of the single judge order that has been given out in the afternoon in the Hubli matter is also required, and hence that's the reason that a 10 p.m. hearing is taking place in chambers of the single judge bench of the Karnataka High Court. And definitely we also tried speaking to certain government lawyers, sources who clearly are on their way back to Karnataka, and hence a similar time was sought by them to at least come back and prepare for the matter and to give out their counter arguments in this particular matter also. But then what we know as of now, and seeing the position of law, definitely a order might come in, a status quo order can come in, because remember that these are the orders of the Supreme Court, and they are binding on all of the lower courts that are there. In fact, Karnataka High Court is somewhere or the other a little lower than what the Supreme Court is, and hence we can expect a similar order coming in with regards to Hubli Maidan as well. So somewhere or the other a jolt to a government might be coming in. But then what is very, very crucial to note is that a late night hearing taking place at the Karnataka High Court single judge benches chambers. So we'll have to wait and watch as to what comes out of it. But then
let me also go across to Harish, who's our reporter on the ground in Bengaluru. So one matter, at least for the moment, seems to have been settled. But in the Hubballi case, now there is this urgent hearing, a late night hearing that's going to happen inside chambers. What had the court ruled earlier today when it asked the municipal commissioner there to go ahead and take whatever decision he deemed fit?
Well, Zaka, in fact, there was an important reference to the divisional court's order, the divisional bench of the Karnataka High Court's order in the Bangalore Eidgah Maidan case that was referred when this particular order was given out late in the afternoon today. And once the divisional bench order was set aside by the Supreme Court, the petitioners believed that they had a very solid ground to once again approach the Karnataka High Court and inform the court about what happened in the Supreme Court and the fact that the division bench order has been set aside and a status quo has been ordered. And since that was the case which was in a way used as a reference point, this order too has to be now altered. Is their argument before the Karnataka High Court now in this late night hearing. Looks like the petitioners, Anjume Islam, seems to have a strong case, especially considering what happened in the Supreme Court and the order that came out around 6 p.m. today, and similar arguments likely to happen in just a while from now.
All right, we'll see how the judge, or which way the judge is inclined. Remember, of course, the facts have materially changed after the Supreme Court order earlier today, which was basically a status quo, at least for the next couple of days. No Ganesh Utsav celebrations at the Eidgah Maidan in Bengaluru. Now the Hubballi folks, the petitioners in that case, are hoping to use that as some kind of a precedent, if you will, in legal terms. And they have approached the Karnataka High Court, which has given this, granted this extraordinary late night hearing, which is going to happen inside chambers. Meanwhile, talking about Bengaluru.